We've got, is it Trey?
Right, yes, that's correct.
Okay. Do you have a question?
I just wanted to call in real quick. Yeah, I've seen you guys show a lot, and I wanted to call in particular today. I see you're live. I've heard you guys go on and on about this, and when it comes to talking about the Bible, you guys are just practically illiterate.
Really?
I've heard what you say, and you guys really don't have any facts at all.
Like what?
Well, just like anything you've ever said today about the Bible, about, anything that you've ever said about it. Besides, what I'd really like to do is someday I'm going to come down there and punch your fat face in for Jesus. That's what I'm going to do.
Really? Do you think that's what Jesus wants you to do? Because
yeah, definitely. He's going to come back and he's just going
to... Does he want me to turn the other cheek when you do that?
I don't know. Yeah. He's going to be real happy.
And at least we figured out who was illiterate. But one of my favorite calls, I'm going to come punch your face for Jesus. I mean, there's absolutely nothing you could really say in response to that. And honestly, probably the best thing I can do is point out that I don't for a moment think that he represents the majority of Christians out there watching the show or the majority of God believers out there watching the show, because I have conversations with those people. I have family members who are those people. I have close friends who are those people. We get along just fine. We happen to have a disagreement on whether or not a God exists, and that disagreement gets in the way of discussions about other things which are relevant. Discussing what kind of laws need to be made, what kind of laws shouldn't be made, where do your rights end and my rights begin. This disagreement about God or Christianity or any of those things, it does get in the way, but it doesn't prohibit all progress. I got an email the other day from somebody who said, I downloaded and watched one of your programs. It was the one where Russell and I were discussing conspiracy theories from like David Icke and others, and comparing them to kind of religion and Christianity and how there are some similarities there. And of course he went off about how you guys aren't really open-minded. You're just another cult who are viewing life with your reality tunnel of scientific materialism. And my response was all, I'm assuming you mean, reality tunnel. I'd rather have a reality tunnel filter on my eyes than the fantasy tunnel. I mean, if that's what you're going to do is watch one episode and make a determination about everything about who we are, what we're about, and if you're going to be upset that we ridiculed ridiculous ideas, that we were too mean to people who were perhaps mentally unstable, I'm sorry. Nothing else I could say. Now, if you want to actually have a discussion that requires, well, I don't know, a little bit of knowledge and understanding, but mostly explains what you believe and not just why you believe it, but why you think somebody else should, we're open to that. The phone lines are open here, and if you don't get through on the phone today or don't want to, you can email tv@atheist-community.org. That goes to myself, the folks behind the scenes. Can't promise to answer all of them. However, you know what? Which ones I'm most likely to answer are the ones that want to have an actual discussion. Because as somebody who was raised with particular beliefs, who wanted to be a minister, who studied to do this, I've changed my beliefs, and I have good reasons, I think, for changing them. I'm still, however, open-minded. The only thing that anybody needs to do in order to convince me to change my mind on something is to present good, reasoned argument and evidence. That's it. Appeals to emotion and threats, those aren't going to do anything.
What do you suppose Trey's response would have been to his junior high school or high school teachers who let him know that he might not have given a correct answer on a math or science test?
I don't know. Would he have punched him in the face?
I don't know. It leaves one to wonder.
It takes, it could be very dangerous to be a public high school or junior high school teacher these days.
That's right, yeah.